Can you tell us a little bit about kind of why you decided to have a career in management consulting and specifically why you decided to join Partners in Performance?
My path to Partners in Performance was somewhat accidental. I wasn't necessarily searching for something in consulting. It was more like I was at a recruiting event where I went to grad school and I had a chat with a director there. One of the things I told him that I was looking for, just based on the experience I'd had before, was I would rather be busy than bored, is what I told him. And he kind of laughed at that and said that he promised working with Partners in Performance would give me that, and so far he's been right.
You're kind of relatively recently moved to Australia. What inspired the move?
As far as my reason for requesting that move, I think I had an experience over here in Australia while I was working at a site in PNG a couple of years back, just before COVID, and really enjoyed my visit around Australia. My partner came out and we spent some time in Sydney and both just had a really great time. And so somewhere between that experience and then 2 years of what I've sort of described as a post-COVID life crisis, it kind of brought me to want to do something different and sort of shake things up in life and in work. And it felt like an easy decision.
Just from your own perspective as a woman in consulting, which is, I think, traditionally known as a relatively male-dominated industry, what do you see as being the biggest challenge for women coming into the sector?
The first, I think, is around flexibility for work arrangements. Having options for flexible working when females are more commonly the primary caregivers or the majority of the responsibilities at home, I think is really critical. So some of that's, I think, started to shift even just in the past few years, especially with COVID and more people working from home. And the other challenge that I think women typically face in this kind of environment is really just existing as a woman in a male-dominated industry or field can sometimes just feel like swimming upstream when you're just doing your daily basic tasks.
Yeah.
Just reminding people to not assume male pronouns or someone making an assumption that maybe the male that you're working with is your boss when that's not the case. Sometimes I think females run into this sort of death by a thousand cuts experience. These microaggressions or these minor challenges are small, seemingly insignificant, but over time it can really drain you, I think, and make the excitement of the kind of work that you're doing wear off.